those that were in the beginners class. I like you to say yes if you are in the beginners class. So at least we'll know how many people were in the beginners class and how many new people we have now. Can you type yes on the chat, please? If you were in the beginners class. Hello, can you hear me? I can't see any yes. So everybody's new. Nobody was in the beginners class. Okay, we have 8 people on call. Eno, were you in the beginners class? Eno, Grace?
Yes, yes, good evening.
Good evening. I
I
can't see
was.
any yes. I can't see, I can't see any yes on the chat. Yes, but didn't end with them. Okay, that's Grace. Who else was in the beginners class? Only Grace? Okay, we'll have an overview of what we did in the beginners class. Okay. Yeah, so we'll jump. I'll just jump at it now. And if we have some more, if we have time, I'll go on to modeling for the intermediate class. This is the intermediate class. But today I'll just go through what we did at the beginners class. And if we have some time, I'll do a bit of modeling for the intermediate class. Okay, I'll share my screen now. Okay. So this class, like we all know, is the Power BI class, analyzing data with Power BI. I'll introduce myself. My name is Franca Ibuzo, the CEO, Cheska Global Solutions. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, a business intelligence expert. I'm also a Microsoft data analyst associate, agile enthusiast, and yeah. Okay, so benefits of business intelligence. The Power BI, the BI there is business intelligence. So with business intelligence, we improve decision making, fast answers to any business query, enables real-time analysis with quick navigation, identify cross-selling and upselling opportunities, reduces the risk of bottlenecks, and helps you know your business better. Okay, so I'm going to gloss through this so that, yeah. Okay, we have the Power BI flow charts and the architecture. We have hundreds of data sources. We could we can move we can get data from Excel, SQL, different sources from the cloud, different sources, yeah, and connect it to the Power BI desktop. Then we could connect to Power BI servers and okay. Okay, there are 4 skills needed to master Power BI. They are getting data with Power BI. We have the data visualization. We covered in the beginners class, we did data visualization, a bit of it. Design best practices, basic database skills. That's what we need. Then we have data preparation. We learned how to prepare data. That's ETL, extract data from the different data sources, transform data, and load data into Power BI. Yeah. And we have the business math statistics. Okay. So the first module, we looked at getting data with Microsoft Data Analytics. So here we looked at how to explore the different roles in the data space, lines the important roles and responsibilities of a data analyst, and then explores the landscape of the Power BI portfolio. Okay, I'm just going to skip through a lot of this so that we can. Okay, the exam has been changed to PL 300. It used to be DAO 100. If you want to become a data analyst, the exam you need to take is the PL 300. Yeah, it used to be data analyst. It used to be DAO 100, PL 100. And the skills you gain here is how to ingest, clean, and transform data, model data for performance and scalability, design and create reports for data analysis. So that's what we learn data. So successful data analysts start with this role, the experience of working with data in the cloud, understanding core data concepts, knowledge of working with relational data in the cloud, knowledge of working with non-relational data in the cloud, knowledge of data analysis and visualization. Yeah. So we looked at data analytics and Microsoft getting started with Power BI. We looked at the different roles in data, identify the tasks that are performed by data analysts, and describe the Power BI landscape and products and services. These are so data and information is the most strategic business assets. Say that data is the new oil, and there are different roles in data now. Have the business analyst, have the data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, and data administrator. Yeah, and different roles. Look at them. So task of a data analyst, you prepare data, you model the data, analyze data, visualize the data, and manage data. So these are the tasks of a data analyst. Yeah. So Power BI, a collection of software, services, apps, and connectors. So like I mentioned before, you have different data sources. You can get data from different sources: Excel, SQL, mail, chain, from the internet, cloud. Yeah, then into Power BI. Then you put clean it. You need to clean it first. Transform it before you use it, because when you get the raw data, it's usually dirty. So you need to clean it first. Okay. So cleaning data involves like you have. We'll get to that later. We'll do some when we get to demo. We'll do a bit of that. Okay, now I also like to go through what we did when we're preparing data. Yeah, because I noticed that some people were not in the beginners class, so I'll just go through this, then we'll do demo. We'll do a demo after that. So preparing data in Power BI, cleaning, transforming, and load data. Yeah. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Hello, can you still see my screen? Hello.
Yes, ma, I can see it.
Yes.
Okay.
You're on module 2.
Okay, yes. Okay, so here we also looked at how to shape data. Okay, preparing data in Power BI. I talked about cleaning. Say ETL. We need to first extract the data. That's get the data, clean the data, yeah, transform it and load. So we say ETL. ETL stands for extracting data. That's getting the data. Yeah, then T, ETL, transforming and loading data. So this module we looked at how to process the process of profiling and understanding the condition of the data. Yeah, we learned how to identify anomalies, the data. We looked at the size and shape of the data. We also looked at the type of data and performed the proper data cleaning and transforming steps to prepare the data for loading into the model. Yeah, I already introduced myself, so I'll just keep this. So we learned how to, like I mentioned, how to profile data, how to prepare the data, and okay. Okay, so benefits of cleaning data. First, I mentioned that it's very essential to clean your data because you don't want to work with wrong data. So yes, yeah. Can you hear
Someone's
me?
hand is up. Enos hand is up.
Okay. Eno, you have a question? Go on. You can unmute and ask your question, Eno.
Sorry, that was a mistake.
Okay. Okay. All right then. So benefits of clean data. You have more accurate results. If you have a clean data, you have better organized tables with a clean data. Simpler data navigation and human readable values. Yeah, with a clean data, if you don't clean your data, you have wrong reports, and you don't want to give the management wrong reports. Yeah, so you need to clean your data first. Okay. I talked about okay, here the cleaning of the data is done in the Power Query editor. Yeah. We regard it as the kitchen of Power BI. Kitchen of Power BI, that's where you do all your cleaning, shaping your data as a Power Query before you bring it to the Power BI desktop. Yeah. So you clean your data in the Power Query, transform your data there, and bring it to the Power BI before you bring it to Power BI. Okay. So I'll go through all this. Also you see how to rename and okay, when we go on to Power BI, yeah, you see it's user friendly. Yeah, you have the replace values and so some of these. Up to some of these. I'll just gloss through some of this so that we can go to the demo. Okay, data profiling and structures examination. Data profiling is understanding the state and structure of the data you are working with. So this is the model. Okay, when you come to Power BI, you have this. This is the model, and this is what you get. You have the model. I've dropped a data set that would use for the modeling. It's called the electronic sales. It's on the channel. So here is this is where you do your modeling. Yeah, and this is the data where you have the data set, and this is where you do your report. Okay. Okay. So looked at the lab, how to prepare data in Power BI, clean data, transform and load. Okay, I'll just go through another slide before I jump into the, okay, this is a modeling. Yeah, I'll go through this. We did a bit of modeling in the beginner's class. Yeah, so the modeling teaches the fundamental concepts of designing and developing a data model for proper performance and scalability. So in this module, we learned also help you understand and tackle many of the common data modeling issues, including relationships, security, and performance. So we saw relationships here, one-to-one relationship, and okay. So we looked at introduction to data modeling, working with tables, dimensions, and hierarchy. We'll go through that in this intermediate class. Yeah, we'll go through dimensions and hierarchies. Then we also looked at how to create relationships, model relationships. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So this is how your model would look. The benefits of a good data model. Also, you have accurate reports. You need to first model your data, create the relationships. You can see that they related. Yeah, this shows that the tables, these are tables, different tables. They are related. Yeah, you need to model your data, see that they create the relationship. So to enable you have accurate reports, faster data exploration, simpler aggregations, and easier to maintain. So these are the benefits of data modeling. Yeah, we have joins and relationships. This here, you have the employee table and you have the sales table. This is a one-to-many relationships. That's what we call it. That's the relationship here, one-to-many relationships. The one-to-many relationship. Yeah. So we'll see how to manage the relationship. And over here, we have this is called a star schema. It's in a star on a star shape. It's called a star schema. So we have the fact table, which is usually, and the others are dimension table. Yeah, we have the fact table. If you look at the previous, let me just go back a bit. Okay, if I go back here, okay, you have this. Okay, I'll do a demo of that. When we get to demo, I'll show you. I was going to show you an example of a star schema. Okay, so you have all the other tables, which are dimension tables. The tables are classified as dimension or fact tables. So dimension table describes business entities. Like you can have a product table, which is the sales table. In the example we're going to look at is the fact table. Yeah. And you have the product table. Other tables are the dimension table. They describe the business entities, while the fact table stores observations or events. We'll look at an example. Okay. So we'll look at how to configure table and column properties. So before working on reports, we should ensure that our model and table structure are simplified. A simple table structure will be easy to navigate. We need to work on the properties of the table. We also learn how to create a date table. Let's see the modeling class, standardize on date formats and ranges that meet company requirements. Okay. Also, relationships and cardinality. Yeah, we talk about that because in modeling, their relationship is formed by correlating roles belonging to different tables. Yeah, that's so here, this is the territory table, and this is the country name. This is the country name table. Yeah, and you can see they're related with the country ID. The country ID is the key. Yeah, okay, this is the key here. This is the territory table, and that's the country name table. Okay. So cardinality is the uniqueness of data values in a column. So we also, in the last class, we also looked at how to combine queries. We looked at two methods for combining queries, the append and the merge. Another thing you could do if you were not at the beginners class, we have the videos on the YouTube channel. So you could watch the videos. So we looked at the append and the merge. And when you're merging, this table, you need to have, you select a table and matching column to create a merged table. So you need to have a field that is unique to both of them before you can merge. Like this is order ID and this is order ID in sales order details table. This is, and this is the sales orders. So you need to have a matching column, a uniform column before you can merge a table. So data modeling in Power BI desktop, we have the dimensions and hierarchy. We work looking at that. We did a bit of that in the beginners class, so we'll also look at it in the intermediate class. A dimension, we store details about business entities. The hierarchy, we organize data such that one element is ranged over other data. It's like you have, hierarchy. You in offices, you have hierarchies. You have the managing director, you have the directors, and you have different. You have the managers. It's the same way we have hierarchies. Yeah. We'll be creating hierarchies. You have role-playing dimensions, a dimension that can filter related facts differently. Look at that. And okay, I mentioned creating new hierarchies. I gave an example here. You have this category name. You have bytes, components. You have bytes, components, clothing, accessories. Okay, and this is the subcategory name. Yeah, so you have under bikes, you have road bike, mountain bikes, touring bikes. You have this is subcategories. So under this, you have clothing, you have all that. So this is like broken down subcategory. There will be, I think I have another slide, the last slide I want to show before jumping to okay, let's I think let me go on to, let me bring up my Power BI so we can see. Can you still see my screen? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
All right. Okay. So this is the Power BI desktop. Yeah. And have we all downloaded Power BI? Do we all have Power BI desktop on our system?
Yes, ma'am. I have on my.
Yes, ma'am, we do.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we have the menu. Yeah. So to get data, I'm going to get the data set would work with. Or before we go on to that, because I'm combining overview with the new class. Let me just show you what we did in the last class. So at least some of we created reports, but you can watch the video, but if we have time, I could go back to that. let's just go ahead and get in the data. Okay, first, the data we're getting is an Excel data. You need to check the type of data you have, you want to bring in. Yeah, and like I mentioned, that you have several data sources. You could bring in your data if it's into Power BI from Excel. So you have different data sets, SQL, text files. Yes, you have several data sets you could bring in your data from. Okay. You have PDF, you have JSON file. So if you have Oracle, you have several data sets at MySQL. Yeah. So you have several to bring in from different data sources. Azure Cosmos DB, and Azure Data Lake Storage. Have several data sources you can bring in from. Yeah, let's see all that. Okay. But what we're going to work with is an Excel data set. Okay, I'll show you the data set before I bring it in, so at least you know. Let me show you the data set before we put it in. Okay. Okay, this is the data set called electronic sales. Yeah. So this is, it has different tables. You have the sales details, you have the products table, and you have the promotion table, you have the channels table, and you have the states zone. So you have several tables here. Yeah, and you can see it's an Excel file. It's called electronic sales. So I'm going to bring it into Power BI. Yeah, this is my Power BI desktop. Get data. Go to Excel workbook, and this is a file. Yeah, because it's an Excel file. So I'm going to bring it in. Yeah. So here, okay, here we have, okay, we have the navigator. So once I do, I'm going to bring all of them in because, yeah, bring all of them in. We have the channels, products, promotions, sales. You can see, once I click on it, you can see the different table. This is the channels table. This is the products table. This is the promotion table. This is the sales details. And this is the text zone. Yeah. Okay. So it's always advisable to transform. Click on transform first. Don't just load. Yeah, because transform will bring it into the Power Query. Remember, I mentioned that we need to first clean our data, always clean our data before we can use it. Okay? So bring it into Power Query editor. So we have the data sets in Power Query editor now. So ready to clean. Can somebody tell me, this is the table, this is the channels table. What is wrong here? What do you, we're all data analysts now. Since once you're in this class, you're a data analyst. So tell me, can somebody tell me, you can unmute and tell me what is wrong with this table? What do we need to clean here? What is wrong here? I want this class to be interactive. It's too quiet. Please, can somebody unmute and tell me?
Good evening, ma.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes. Okay, so the headers, we need to replace column 1 with channel key and then column 2 with channel name.
Oh, sorry, who is speaking? Because I'm not in that. Can you say your
Victoria.
name?
Victoria.
Pardon?
Victoria. Yes.
Okay, Victoria. Okay. Yes. Okay. Can you say that again?
Okay, I said we need to replace the column 1, which is supposed to be the header, with channel key.
Okay.
Then we replace column 2 with channel name.
Okay. So this channel key and channel name, okay, should be here. Okay, that's good. So what do you have you taken this? Have you taken the data analysis class before?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, okay. So tell us what do we do? What should I do?
Okay, you right click on
Right click where? Can somebody help her out? Can somebody help her out? Is somebody helping her out?
Hello, yeah. I'm Chigos. I think you should use first row as header.
Sorry?
Use first row as header under the data type text.
Okay. Use first row as header. Who spoke now?
Chigozie.
Oh, Chigozie. Okay. Okay, use first row as header. Okay, so this is your use first row as header. Yeah. So I click on it. Can you see that? So it's use the first row as the header. Okay, that's very good, Chigozie. Okay, so this is okay now. So now to the product table. What do we need to clean here? What is wrong here? Can somebody else tell us? Yeah? Who wants to help out? Hello? You can't see anything wrong with this table? Is this table clean?
That A dots before the datum, is it the name? Are we supposed to remove the A?
Sorry?
The letter A with the dots.
Okay, sorry, Yinka, could you check if anybody's in the lobby? Yeah, I can't see anybody in the lobby. I sent a message that she's in the lobby. I should.
There's nobody in the lobby. Maybe the person is in the wrong lobby.
Okay. Okay, the link is on the chats. Yeah.
Yeah, the link is on the WhatsApp group. So please, or if you're checking on this place, make sure you're checking the intermediate class. That's the link that we're using.
Okay, the intermediate class. Yeah, can we post that link? Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay, but is it the same link then?
It's the same link that I shared on the WhatsApp group. The link to the intermediate class.
Okay, all right. Okay, so is anybody helping out here? Let's move faster. Yeah, nobody's helping out. It's the same thing. You can see that column 1, column 2, this is not right. This is the header, product name, product category, products. Yeah, so we need to use the first row again as header. Yeah, that's what we need to do here. Okay, and then promotion has the same problem, so we need to clean it that way too. Then we have the sales details. Okay, here the sales details. I always advise that for IDs, like this is the order ID column. If you leave it as, okay, this is the if you look at this, you have different, the type of data is numeric here. You have whole number, you have decimal number, dates, time, and all that. Okay, I always advise that you use text as the order ID, because if you leave it as numeric, because you don't want to sum it, you don't want to sum order ID. Order ID is like your staff ID, any ID, any ID. You don't want to do any calculation with it. So don't leave it as numeric. So I'm going to leave it as change it to text. Okay, and you can see that text is left aligned, but numeric is right aligned. Yeah, and this is a date key. The date key is numeric here. It should be the date field. Yeah, somebody should be helping me with this. I shouldn't be doing all the cleaning. We are data, and this is the intermediate class. We should know this by now. So what should I do here? Can somebody tell me? Please unmute and say, let's go faster. What should I do here? Hello. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, ma.
Yeah,
We can hear
so
you.
what should I do? What should I do here? This is the date key.
We should
What
change
should I
it
do here?
to date.
The data
Take it
type
to
is numeric, and this doesn't look like a date.
Yes.
So what should I do? Pardon?
We have to change it to the date format.
Okay, how do I do that?
Yes.
There is you go to dates. Yes, when you click on that, yes, dates.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so this
Yes.
is the date format. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, this is fine because it's
Yes, it's in text.
alphanumeric. You can say it's alphanumeric. So have alpha there. Okay. All right. Let's look through. Okay. Is there any other thing you need to clean here? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's fine. Then
Okay.
we have the state zone. Sorry? Okay, we have the state zone. What do we need to do here?
Use
Can somebody
first
tell
row.
us? Pardon?
Still use
First
first
rule
row
as
header.
headers.
Okay, yeah, we use the first row as header. Okay, so the state key comes up there. All right. So
Yes.
we have this. Remember, we're in the Power Query Editor, so we're doing all the cleaning here. Done all the cleaning we want to do so far here. Now, let's take it to, okay, here I'm going to you can see we have close and apply, apply and close. Yeah, I'm going to do close and apply. To take it to Power BI. So it's bringing it into Power BI desktop now. It's loading it. Loading it to Power BI. It will take some time. Load it Power BI. So remember I mentioned this, that this is, okay, so we have it in Power BI. Remember I mentioned this, this is the reports. This is where you do your reports, build your visuals, reports. Then this is the data, yeah, and this is modeling. Okay, if you look at the right hand corner, so we have the different tables that we just brought into the Power BI desktop. Yeah. Okay. I'll click on this, the data. Yeah, and you can see channels, you can see products, the data sets, see promotion, see all the data set that we just brought in, cleaned, and we brought it into Power BI. Okay, now to modeling. I'm going to go in here. Okay, this is, yeah. Okay, this is the models. I'm going to bring this up here so that we can see the different tables, because they're hidden in here. So I'm going to collapse this, the properties. I'll collapse this so I have more space to bring in the table. Okay, I want the sales table right in the middle, because that's the fact table. Remember I mentioned the fact table. This, and these other ones are the dimension table. Okay. Okay, so we have this. Yeah, this is the fact table. The sales details here is a fact table, and these ones are gathered as the dimension table. You notice that you have the channel key here. This is related to this table, yeah, with the channel key. This is the channel key here. Over here in channels, the channel key is the primary key here. Yeah, in the dimension table, and it is is a foreign key here. So this is related. This channel table is related to this sales details table with this. So to create the relationship, there are different ways to create the relationship. I could just do a drag and a drop. Yeah, and you see that the relationship is created. If you click on this, yeah, you see the relationship. Yeah, so this is the channel, it's the same as the channel key. Okay, I'm going to create the tables, all the other tables. I'm going to create the relationship too. So this is regarded as a one, that's the relationship between the channels table and the sales table, details table, which is a fact table, is a one-to-many relationship. Yeah, it's a one-to-many relationship. Yeah, I'm going to create the other relationships that way too. Here, the product key is related to the sales details with this. Yeah, this is the product key here as a foreign key, and the primary key here. Okay, so you could do a drag and drop to create the relationship. We're going to create that here too. Yeah. And for the states zone, we have states key. Okay, so that's the relationship. You can see this is highlighted. Yeah, that's the relationship here. And this is the relationship here. Okay, so this is one way to create relationships. Now, I'm going to show you another way to create relationship. I'm going to delete this one. Delete. You notice that all the tables are related. This is related to this thing. Okay, I'm going to delete this relationship that's just created. Yeah. It says, are you sure you want to delete this relationship? Yes. Okay. So this is another way to create a relationship is here you could use the menu. You could use this menu, manage relationship. Click on it. Okay, once I click on it, okay, I could let me delete all this so at least we could create the relationship a different way. Yes. So once you click on that, okay, you need to right click, yeah, and delete. Okay. So now, to manage relationships, click on manage relationships. We are using the menu now to create relationship. I'll say new. Okay, it says create relationships, select tables and columns that are related. So I'll start with the sales details here. Or let me do I'll do this one so you can see. Okay, I'll do this first so you can see what you get in the manage. Okay, so in manage relationships, you see that if I open this, if I do edit, okay, you see this is the relationship of sales to the channels. Yeah, and you can see that the relationship is the channels key. Yeah, that's the relationship. So the channels key is the primary key here, like I mentioned and earlier, and it's the second is the foreign key in the sales details table, because this is the fact table. Okay, and the cardinality is many to one. Okay, that's if you ask what's the relationship between the sales table and the channels table, is many to one. Okay, and the cross filter direction is single. Okay, you can also have relationship one to one. You can have one to many. You can have many to many. Okay, if you want, if you're told, okay, what's the relationship between the sales, the channels table, and the sales table? Yeah, sales table. Okay, you can see is one to many. One to many. Yeah, one to many here. It's single. It's single because you can see that here. Okay. Okay. You can see it's the relationship between this, the channels table, and this is one to many. But if you're asked what's the relationship between sales, details table, and channels, you can say many to one. Yeah, many to one. Please take note of this, because if you're going to do the exams, the PL 300, all these are, you need to know the difference. Yeah. Okay. So let's use the manage relationships to create other relationships. Okay, so we've done the table for the sales details to the channels. Yeah? Channels, and we saw that in many to one. But let's do the other way around. Let's do channels to the sales details and the relationship with that. So one to many. Okay, one to many, and it's single. Yeah, the single, when we say single, the cross filter direction, when we say single, that means it's single here. Yeah, you can have both. Yeah, this is single here. You can see the single arrow. Yeah, but let me do both so you can see that. So either be. You can see when you have this, that's both. When the cross filter is both. Here it's single because the one to many. Okay. Take back this to single. Take this back to one to many. So one to many here. Okay. Okay. So let's create some other relationships. Yeah, this is for products too. Products. So you could use this, like I mentioned, to create relationships too. Products, and the product key is the primary key here. Sales. The product key is the foreign key here. So one to many single. Yeah. So we've created the products. We're going to do for the promotion and promotion. So once you do new here and you click on the arrow down, you see the different tables. And so we're going to do for promotion, relationship between promotion and the sales details. This is the primary key here, promotion key, and this is the foreign key here. Okay. Okay, we are left with one table. That is the state zone. Relationship between state zone and the sales details. The state key, and this is the state key here. So, okay, so we've created the relationships. You can see that. Yeah, and once you click on that, you see different relationships. Okay. Do we have any questions before I go on? Any questions so far? Do we have any questions with what we've done so far?
No.
Hello. How come everybody's quiet?
At least how did you have
Yes, I have a
highlight?
question.
Sorry? Hello? Any questions?
Yes, I have a question, please.
Okay, yeah, what's the question?
How did you highlight the columns after the drop down and you had picked the different groups? I noticed you highlighted a particular column on
At
the
what
top
stage?
portion.
Oh, you mean here?
when you were doing the manage relationships.
Oh, okay, okay. Here, when I was doing, okay, first I went to edit.
Yeah. Then
Okay.
new. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Here. How did you
Okay,
highlight this columns
No,
that
once
you
you
highlight?
click on, once you click on it,
Oh, okay.
yeah, once you click on it, it's highlighted. I clicked on the column, yeah, and clicked on this.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. You just go there and click. Let me want me to delete this and what this is. I could delete one again and we could do it. So. Okay, I'm deleting this. That's the channel. Yeah, the channel, this relationship. Okay. Then I want to create the relationship again between channel and the sales details. Yeah, and I know that the relationship is the channel key. So I just go there, click on the channel key. Yeah, the column, just click on the column. Then go back to, because this is also this is the primary key here, and this is the foreign key. Click on this. Yeah, just click on it, it gets highlighted. So it establishes the relationship. And it's a one-to-many relationship between channels and sales details, a one-to-many. And there's a single, the cross-filter direction is single. Click on OK. Okay, that's it. So have I answered your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, any more questions before we go on? Any more questions? Okay. All right. While we're here, I'd like us to, okay, we have in this, we have the unit sale, the unit cost, the unit price. Yeah. Okay. Okay, if we want to do some calculations here. Okay, first, this is, we could leave this at because 2 decimal places because it's too. So you could go here, format, so click on, once you click on it, column 2, the format. Yeah, you could do whole number. Whole number. You could do 2 decimal places. Do unit costs should actually be currency. So you can choose any of these. You can either choose decimal number. Yeah. Okay, but let's choose currency. You could either do that here or here. To decimal places. Okay, so we want it 2 decimal places for now. It's a unit cost. Yeah. And this is unit price. Okay, this is 1 decimal place here, but if you want, you could also have it as 2 decimal places. Okay. Now, if we want, suppose we want to like calculate the total cost, yeah, and the total price. So how do we, what do we do? Do we have some accountants here? Even if we don't have accountants, I'm sure most of you do business. So if you want to calculate your total cost, what do you do? How do you calculate your total cost? Can somebody tell us? You have the unit cost, you have the unit price, and you have the order quantity. So how do you calculate your total cost? Can somebody tell us? Hello? Should I call names? Hello? Should I call names?
We should multiply with the quantity.
Hello? Grace? Eno?
Yes, I don't think I know that.
Unit cost.
Unit, yeah, you want your total cost. You have your unit cost and you have your unit price, you have your quantity. How do we calculate the unit cost?
Unit price times quantity, and that's the cost now.
Hello, unit cost and unit price. What's the difference?
What's the difference between unit cost and unit price?
Sorry?
What's the difference between the unit cost and unit price?
Between unit cost and unit price.
Yes.
Who is speaking?
Chigozie.
Hello, who is speaking? Okay, Chigozie.
Yes.
Yeah, what did you say?
What's the difference between the unit cost and the unit price?
You're so faint. So is it just me?
Oh, sorry. The difference between the unit cost and the unit price.
Pardon?
Hello?
Yeah,
hello, can you hear me now? The difference between the unit cost and the unit price, what is it?
The difference?
Yes.
Between?
The unit cost and the unit price.
Now remember, what we want is the total cost.
I just want to know the difference between the unit cost. No, I just want to know
Franca,
the difference.
can you hear me?
Pardon?
Franca, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, she's asking what's the difference between the unit cost and unit price.
Okay, you want to know the difference between the unit cost and the unit price. Okay, unit cost is how much the product will cost. Unit, each item will cost. Unit price is the selling price. How much you will sell it, each of the items. Unit price is also the same as the selling price. But what we want now is the total cost.
Thank you.
Hello.
Is the unit price multiplied by the order quantity?
Say that again.
The unit price multiplied by the order quantity.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Franca.
That's correct.
Hello?
Okay. I think my mic was. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, our naming convention matters a lot. So since we're having unit cost and unit price.
Yeah.
And you're saying unit price is the selling price.
Yeah.
Would it be proper for us to just change it as selling price so that
No, you can speak? Okay, no, unit price is the same thing as I'm just explaining. Yeah, we can leave it at unit price. The same.
If you can rename it.
No, Gloria, if we change it to
yeah. No, it's I mean, I've just explained to them that unit price is the same as selling price. Yeah. So I mean, you don't need to change it because I mean it's known that unit price means selling price. Yeah. So let's leave it at unit price. Once I mean we all know that unit price is selling price anyway. Okay. So now what I like it okay, somebody just answered. You said unit cost, the total cost is the unit cost times quantity. Yeah, other quantity, which is right, because here you have the quantity is 10. So 10 times 70 here, 70.11 will give you the total cost. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so now for us to calculate that, yeah, because I mean, this is Power BI, it's not even, yeah, we'll go to calculations here. It says new column. There are different ways to do your calculations. We're going to use this for now. Yeah, we'll do new column. Yeah, because we want to create a new column. And the new column we want to create here is total cost. Total cost. Total cost is equal to, you already said that it's unit price. Okay, we could always go to, once you have this, you have your unit cost here, your unit cost here. Yeah. Your unit cost. And this is you also have your, okay, we could do that and say, okay, so once you put the brackets, it drops down the unit cost. You can see the field here, so you can click on it, unit cost, then times, multiplied by, you could put another bracket, and please take note that it's not the curly bracket, it's this one. Yeah, the block one. Yeah, so this times order quantity, and that's it. So you click on it. Okay, order quantity. Following syntax error. Okay, there's a problem here. Let me back up a bit. Let me back up here. Okay, he already took that, and that's not what we haven't finished, and it entered it. So I'm going to delete that. Yeah, I'm going to delete that, and we'll go back here again. Okay, so it's unit cost times order quantity, and we close the bracket. Once I hit the enter key, so it does the calculation for us. We can see that. Yeah, okay, I'm going to format it because I don't want all these yeah, let's have it as decimal number. Okay. Okay, so if we see, like if we multiply this by this, this gives us this. So this is our total cost. Yeah. Okay, now we want to calculate the total sales. Can somebody help us with that? You have so with all these values, how do we calculate our total sales? Who wants to help us out there? We can see the formula we use here. Total cost is equal to, yeah, we did the new column. Yeah, it created a new column, and you know, we did this calculation here. Okay, so now can somebody help us out with the total sales? What do we need to calculate the total sales? Hello? Anybody? How come everybody is quiet? Yeah?
Hello?
Yes, Grace,
I
I
think we should
know,
use
Victoria, Chigozie. Yes, go on. Yeah.
The unit price multiplied by the order quantity.
Okay, that will give us the total price or total sales. Okay. Okay. So if we have, so now we create another column. Okay. Anyway, what do we all feel comfortable with? Is it, do you want us to call it unit sales or unit price? Whatever. What do you feel comfortable with? Okay, somebody already suggested, I think Gloria, you wanted to call this. Okay, we'll come back to that, but we could.
Can I chip in something, Franca?
Yeah, go on.
So why I think that we should not change it from unit price is because if you put sales price there, it takes away the unit, and that unit is important because the unit tells us that it is for one. And that's why we know that we have to multiply it with quantity to get the total price. So if we change it to sales price, it will be even more confusing because you don't know if it's the price for one or the price for two or for three.
Okay, yes, that's
the unit price tells us that is the price for one unit.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's why I left it at unit price. But we can also say unit sale. You know, that doesn't really. Yeah, you can say units. You can say unit sold, but I think unit price is better.
Too much work around. I think unit price is fine.
Unit price. Okay, so we'll leave it then. Yeah. Yes, unit price. It means the same thing as units. You know, units sold. Yeah. Okay. So now, so we'll leave it at that. And this time we want to calculate. We can say total. We can say total price or total sales. Sale price. When we say price here, it means sales. Yeah, so we can say total sales if that's if you prefer that. Yeah, so now we're going to create another column. Yeah, new column. Okay, so this time we want to calculate, we'll call it total sales. Total, because I don't want to say total price. Yeah, we can say total sales. We know it means total is the same as total price anyway. So now, how do we calculate our total price, total sales? Can somebody help us out there? Hello. Ha. We all have our businesses, I'm sure. Yes, we do business, and this is calculating our businesses, our money. So if you have your unit price, you have how much you bought your products. Yeah. How much you sold your product this time. Yeah. And you want to calculate how much the total sales you have. What do you do?
Unit price multiplied by the order quantity.
Very good. Yes. Yes. So you already have your units price. So all you need to do is multiply with the quantity, the order quantity to get your total sales. So now, so we're going to get the formula. Please take note of this syntax. Yeah. You need to start with this bracket, not the coily one. So it's the units price times the bracket again and the order quantity. And when you click the enter key, you get that. So this is the total sales. Do we understand that? Any questions with this? Any questions? Okay. So so your total sales is equal to unit price times order quantity. Now, I'd like us to calculate profit. Okay. Profit. So let's get another column, create a new column. Can somebody help us out? How do you calculate your profit? Profit, how do you calculate that?
Unit price minus unit cost.
Sorry?
The unit price minus unit cost.
No, you want remember we already have our total cost and the total sales. So you want to use that everything,
okay.
not just the unit now.
Yeah. Okay.
You want the profits
okay,
overall.
Total sales. Yes, total sales minus total cost.
Very good. Okay. So it's the same. So total sales. We have our total sales already. So it's going to be minus the total cost. And that's once you hit the enter key. So that's our profit. And you don't want your profit with this point, all this. So we want to format it to 2 decimal places. Yeah, to 2 decimal places. Okay. So again, this, if you want to format, because this is currency actually. Yeah, this is suppose you want to format it in dollars or naira. Yeah, you go here, and this is dollar here. I'm sure most of us here are Nigeria, so we'll look for naira. I know we prefer pounds or dollars, but let's look for naira here. Okay, this is Yoruba naira here. Okay, so click on it. So yeah, so that's how to put your currency sign. Yeah, you can, if you want dollars, you could always pick dollars, whatever. You can see that you have different currencies. Yeah, depending on what you want. The United States, English dollars, pounds, you want any of the currencies. So this is where you get the currency you want. Yeah, once you click on this, and we want 2 decimal places. So we could do the same with this, that, total cost, and yeah. So any questions so far before we move on? Any questions? So actually we've you do more of DAX. I'm just introducing you to DAX. We'll do more of the calculations as we go on. Yeah, because we'll do okay. Here. Okay. So once we're here, do you have any questions before we go on with what we've done so far? Any questions? Are we okay or hello?
No questions, man.
So you're okay with what we've done so far? Yeah.
Yes, I'm following up.
Okay. So at your time, you could practice it, watch the video and practice, so that, because you need to have hands-on. You need to have hands-on to understand. Yeah. Okay. So we know how to format, we know how to do calculations, some of these calculations. Yeah, there are different ways to calculate actually. Yeah, we've just learned one way. We've just learned one way. And okay. Okay, while I need to know first, how many people were in the class, the beginners class again? Yeah, before. Hello? Okay, who was in the beginners? Okay, Chigozie. Only you?
Yes, the second cohort.
The beginners class. Grace, were you in the beginners class? Victoria, you were there?
Yes, please.
Were you in the beginners class?
Yes, ma.
Okay, okay. So Grace wasn't there?
I'm looking at the list myself. I think I can also remember Chigozie was in the beginners class.
Okay.
Faith was in and out.
Yeah, okay.
Around a few times. Those are the names that I recognize. Grace said she was there for a while and then she didn't finish. So.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, but I think I've done an overview of what we did the last time, and I started with modeling. But okay, let me just touch on, for the benefit of those that were not in the last class, before I go on to modeling proper. Let me. Okay,
we have a question.
Who has a question?
Victoria.
Okay, go. Okay, go on. Ask.
Sorry for taking you back.
No, go ahead.
My question is actually on managing relationships.
Okay.
I don't really understand the cross filter direction very well. The way you have the selection, the single and both. I don't understand that part.
Okay. Okay. When you have this, yeah. When you have this single arrow, can you see? Can you see this single arrow?
Yes, I can.
Okay, this is single. I demonstrated the both. Yeah, but I'm going to do it again. Okay, when you have this, okay, this means that channels channels is related to the sales table. Yeah, remember I mentioned that this is a fact table. It's called a fact table. You can see that all these are dimension tables. They're all related to it. Yeah, they're all related to it. You have this related to this, you have this related to this. So once you have this, yeah, this here is your primary key, channel key, and it's the primary key here, and it's a foreign key here on the sales details. And I mentioned that when you're asked, because it will come out in exams, if you're doing the exams, they will ask you the relationship between the channels table and the sales table, the sales details. It's a one. Can you see one to many relationship? Yeah, it's a one to many relationship, and it is single because it is one direction here. It's just one arrow. But okay, let me. That means it means that the channels table is, you can filter through. Yeah, one direction here. Okay, let me show you. Okay, now, okay, this is the channels. We're looking at the channels table against that one. Yeah, so you can either have, you see, you have cross filter direction, single or both. It is single here. That means you can filter from here to there, from the channels table to the sales details. Yeah, but if I click on both, yeah, if I want to change it to both, you can see here that you have the double arrow now. Yeah, you have the double arrow. So this is both. Yeah, this is both here. Mm-hmm. So that's the cross filter. And the cardinality, when you ask for the cardinality, yeah, the cardinality, I explained to you that it could be, you have different cardinality. Yeah, okay. You see, okay, because I changed it to both, you can see that, remember I mentioned that when you asked the relationship between the sales details table and the channels table, yeah, it is many to one. Many to one. Yeah, you can even see from the diagram, you'll see the star. The star represents many, and the one here, many to one. Okay, so you can have different cardinalities. You can have many to one, one to one, one to many, many to many. Yeah, but the most popular one is one to many. You know, when you're referring, when you ask the relationship between the fact table and the dimension table, it's many to one. Okay, the cross filter is both. Yeah, let's change it back to single. It's single. Okay, have I answered your question?
Yes, thank you, ma. You have.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
So before you go on, Franca, sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
I've also shared a link in the chat that we can just have some further reading on cardinality of relationships.
Okay.
So
okay.
we see it in the chat.
Okay. Okay. Is it the learning part you dropped, or? Okay. Okay. That's just a link.
Yeah,
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's good. All right. Yeah, and you also have okay, maybe later we could also drop the learning part, you know, for them to also go through. Yeah, those that want to go through. So any other question before I question? Are we okay with what we've done so far? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So
I just wanted to ask, do we still have access to your organization, and do you have this data there that we can use to practice?
oh yeah, I mentioned that I dropped this data set on the channel. Yeah, if you look on the channel at the
okay, I got
under
locked
files. Under files. On the channel, I dropped it off yesterday. Yeah.
So when you open
the data set,
when you open your Microsoft Teams and you go to
okay, I
check
could show them.
under your Teams.
Sorry, I
to
could
check
show
the
them.
Cohort 3. Okay, maybe you
Yes,
just have to locate the files.
yeah. Can you see my screen? Can you still see my screen?
Yes, I can't even get to these channels any longer. I don't know. Is there a link
Are
here?
you on the Microsoft tenant? Are you on our tenant?
Yes, I was during the beginners class, but right now I can't seem to.
So you are probably logging in with another email, not the email that was added. If you are logging in with the same email, we haven't removed anybody. So if you were on the channel before, you should still be on the channel. Check that you're logging in with the same email with which we added you then. So you'll be able to see it once you come to, let her continue.
Okay. Okay. Once you're here, once you're on the channel, this is the data analytics Power BI channel. Yeah. This is where we have I dropped it yesterday. It's called the electronic sales. That's the data set. So you could download it and practice with it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Does any other person have this problem? Have you? Yeah. Have you seen this data set? That's what I was working with. Yeah. Okay. All right. Are we okay with this? Hello.
Yes, ma.
Okay. All right. So if I think I'll stop here for tonight. The next class, I'll go into DAX proper. The next class we'll go into DAX proper. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you
Data
so
analysis
much.
expression.
Thank you so much, Franca.
Yeah.
This has been really impactful and engaging. Thank you to everyone that joined too. And please, like Gloria said, like Franca said, practice, practice, practice. That's why we'll put the data set on the channel for you. Please ensure that you practice. We also have a WhatsApp group for Power BI, apart from the general Cohort 3 WhatsApp group. So if you want to be added to that group, please send me a DM. You see me on the Cohort 3 WhatsApp group as, I think, Okay. I'm the one that made the announcements this morning. So just send me a DM so that you'll be added to the Power BI WhatsApp group. Feel free to, while you're doing your practice, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them either in the channel or on the WhatsApp group so that we would answer you. But please don't stop practicing. Next week, like Franca said, we'll go to DAX. Okay, I think next week is inspiration session. So that will be
okay. Okay. I thought we'll be starting the class for like 4.
We
Instead of 6.
We usually don't want to do technical training sessions when we're having inspirational session. So I don't think we'll have any classes next week. The next class will be on by week.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that people would attend the inspirational session. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It looks like we have some more time. Should I do hierarchy or leave it till next class?
No, actually, the time
should I just share
the time schedule is 1 hour 30 minutes, not 2 hours.
Oh, not 2 hours this time around.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we've gone beyond. Okay, I thought it was 2 hours.
We'll continue next week.
All right. Okay. 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 All right. So let's stop recording. Yeah. So any questions before we call it tonight? I thought it was 2 hours. I thought we had more time. Yeah. Any questions? All right then. So please practice, and if you have any questions, you can drop it on the channel, on the chat. We'll have a WhatsApp group